Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. It is back, man, and we're going to be playing those Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duels, this time with Deskbots, man. But first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Harrison Roudis. He was the one that put me onto this deck. He was like, man, you got to play Deskbots or you ain't going to get no women. And I was like, I get women. And he was like, not like this. And then I started playing Deskbots, and now all the women want me. Testimony from the Deskbots, man. I'm going to be summoning Despot 3 into Despot 2. I'm going to be playing against X-Saber, so I have one back row that's soon to disappear. He's going to reinforcement of the army to X-Saber Koshul, and then we're going to get it on because the Despots are ultimate. The Despots can't be stopped. Normally, this deck is an OTK-centric type deck, built on summoning a ton of Despot monsters to the field, and then making the monsters extremely strong and ready for damage. We already know no damage, Joe. I call it max damage Despots. Too strong. Putting in that work. So he's going to go into X-Saber Hyunlei and does not use X-Saber, that monster's effect. Oh, okay, that's fine. And then he's going to attack over both my Deskbots. Unfortunately for him, we're going to normal summon, or I'm sorry, we're going to activate, yeah, we're going to normal summon Despot 3. What are you going to do, Cali Effect? What the hell are you going to do? Do something. We're going to special summon Machina Fortress. Then we're going to normal summon Despot 4. This will put the opponent in a position, man. Positions that they don't want to be. Machina Fortress gets over his X-Saber Fault Roll, and Despot 4 activates that effect, man. Gets max damage. And on top of that, it gets to special summon Max Monsterage. Too strong. Despot 3 and Despot 2 getting the special summon. Despot 2 is going to add Despot 4 back to my hand. And keep in mind what Despot 3 does, man. Putting in work, man. All my monsters too strong. The main theme of this deck is to summon Despot monsters to your side of the field, and it is very easy, as you guys can see, bringing out a plethora of Despot monsters and pumping themselves up attacks beyond the opponent's attack, and then swinging for max damage. Despot 4 is probably one of the most broken Despots ever. As long as it gets over an opponent's monster, it can inflict some maximum damage, man. So X-Saber Fault Roll is going to attack, and I'm just going to activate Despot 4's effect. He didn't see that coming. Not a lot of people see Despot 4 effect coming. And then he's going to attack into Despot 3, and nope, that's not how it goes today. It's not how it goes. Sorry. So we're going to switch. What are you doing, Cali Effect? You're going to summon Denominator? Yeah, 3,500 damage. And then we're going to increase Denominator to 5,500 damage. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. 5,500, too strong. That's the type of things that Deskbots do, making your monsters unbelievably strong. This time around, we're going to play against Yosenjus, but nobody knows that the desks stay on the bot. So keep your pencils on the desk, man, because they just might get robbed. Okay, that one was pretty bad. Anything other than that, I probably would have just jumped off the bridge. But we're going to summon Despot 4 and attack for him with that damage. Unfortunately, we did not draw the cards for an OTK, but when this deck can't play OTK, it definitely can play a controlled style variant. Being able to control a board and summon monsters bigger than your opponent, also being able to manipulate your deck, adding more Despot monsters to your hand, so you always have a constant stream of monsters in your hand, kind of like how Gadgets play. Don't really know why he didn't summon his Yosenju monsters, but hey, it is what it is. Homie, you get what you did. Yeah. He's going to summon Yosenju, 2. I'm going to Mind Crush Yosenju, 3. Forcing him to summon Magat. And Magat's effect is going to activate. To be honest, I don't even know why he didn't get Yosenju 3. Or I guess maybe he wanted to bounce one of my Despot's 4s. It really didn't. It kind of made sense, but it didn't make sense. I guess he really wanted to get over my Despot 4 that bad. So, he's going to attack with Yosenju 1. I'm going to Mystical Space Typhoon, whatever that thing is. Then I'm going to activate Despot 4's effect since we're in damage step. And it's going to be strong enough to get over his Yosenju, 2. Next, he is going to attack with Maggot. And I'm like, you don't understand that this effect is once per battle, do you? And then we're going to activate Maggot's effect. Special summoning Despot 2 and the Despot 5, destroying his back row and essentially adding a card from my deck to my hand. This gets me everything that I need to my hand. Keep in mind, that's how strong Despot 4 is. He surrenders because what we drew was just too strong. Was about to go in for game. Nothing else to say about that. This third game is probably the longest game, probably one of the more funner games. We're going to be playing as DDD. And we're gonna summon a Sheena Gear Frame and activate its effect. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Fortress. Then we're gonna normal or special summon Fortress. He's gonna deny my Fortress with a solemn warning. Next, we're gonna special summon Fortress again using Mega Form. Then we're gonna equip. He is going to Mystical Space Typhoon, my Machine Gear Frame. Next, we're gonna swing for 1500 or 2500 damage, set a card, and then pass. He had all the answers, man. All the answers, man. Not cool. Not cool. It's gonna summon DD Abyss Ragnarok, and anytime he would take damage with DD Abyss Ragnarok, he would gain it instead. As you guys can see, the Deskbot deck is definitely a fun deck to play, a tier 2 light deck to play, but I wouldn't put it anything past that. Like I said, it's all fun and games when we're playing Deskbots. Tell them to take it to our table because we too strong. It's gonna summon the 2800 DDD monster, and anytime he would take damage, he would gain it instead under that 2200 DDD Oracle King. DDD Seal, when he destroys a monster by battle, he gains that monster attack or some crap like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy the Oracle. Oracle makes a 5500, but it can't attack, so it's like, okay. Next, we have a decent hand. Cali Effect, we gonna summon Despot 4. Then we're gonna activate Machine Dude. Summon 2 more Despots 4s. Too strong. And here's where I feel that we should have entered battle, but whatever, Cali Effect. You too good. You too good with the Despots. We're gonna go to Castell. The Castell Effect is gonna activate, targeting his Pendulum monster, and then he's gonna chain that card that allows him to shuffle DDD cards to his deck, to add 2 more DD cards from his deck to his hand. That's actually not that bad of a DDD card. The deck doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem horrible at the very least. So now he's thinking, hey Cali Effect, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna get whatever I need to completely destroy you, Cali Effect, because you're no one to me. Now we're gonna swing for 2500 damage. And it's gonna be back to you. I wanted them to Naturia beast him, but, you know, baby tripping. He's going to summon DDD Astounding Keeper, and I think this is the perfect time to Fiendish Chain, seeing that, you know, he can't Pendulum summon. Yeah, so we're going to Fiendish Chain. And he just so happens to rip Covenant of the King Swamp, or the Swamp King. Covenant with the Swamp King. And I'm like, well, that's not very nice. Well, look, you don't want to attack into my Despot 4. I'm going to tell you guys like that. Do not attack into Despot 4. So many people have learned the hard way not to attack into Despot 4. He just so happens to be the smartest person in the world. He realized that reading cards is essential. Reading is key. And he decides not to attack into the Despot 4 after 4 minutes of deliberation. So we're going to go ahead and draw. Not really much here, but keep in mind, we can attack with Despot 4. That card is just too good. It's the best Despot ever. Send Despot 5 to the graveyard, activate his effect. Plus a Despot 5 and another Despot 4. Activate 4's effect, or 5's effect, destroy the Covenant. And we can X-Seed summon, but we'll choose not to X-Seed summon. We will Synchro summon. And I could have went to Trish. And I'm like, no, resist the urge. Resist the Trish. Don't go into Trish. Go into Goyo. I mean, it's the only plausible one. Yeah, go into Goyo. Yeah. And then we're gonna pass turn. Back to him. He's definitely debating over his attack. His DDD monster's gonna attack, and I'm gonna use Despot's 4 effect to send Despot 2 to the graveyard. That's for the Despot 4 coming up. And now we draw. Despot 4, attack. That Despot 4 putting in work, man. Putting in work. Effect. Yeah. Special. Effects. Yeah. And that's pretty much gonna seal the game right there. I don't think there's really much else he can do except for, you know, look pretty. All those monsters too strong. All up a Despot 4 combo. Really good card. I feel like Despots are a very good deck. being able to special summon monsters from the graveyard, being able to special summon monsters from the deck, and being able to search puts them as a prime tier 2 deck. Very fun deck to play at the very least. Watch out for our box opening. We will be opening 20 boxes and hoping for Despot 5. We're going to be summoning Despot 3. His effect is going to activate. He should really, it doesn't really matter. It's over. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can obviously catch me on Twitch at 3:30 on Thursday playing Dev Pro. Or you guys can catch me on Facebook if you guys want to see a preview of my videos. There are 2 amazing videos from your left to your right below. Please click on one of them. You will have so much fun watching them. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching another segment of The Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.